Hi, I'm Weston. I love talking about the Astros, and I'm recapping Game 3 of the ALCS. Astros fall to the Rays. 5-2, we got out-hit for the first time this series, I might add. 8-7, but both teams had 12 base runners for the evening. Actually, I think the Rays had one more than us. My mistake. This was a rough night for the Astros. I mean, I feel like the series is probably over at this point. We're down 3-0. I mean, I don't want to say it's impossible, because again, nothing is impossible. This team has done crazier things. But I do certainly at this point feel like best case scenario is we force Game 6. Like, I think that would be kind of a win. The saving grace is the Dodgers are also down, or are down 2-0 in their series, so that kind of makes me smile on the inside. To start the recap, I'm going to start with starting pitching, then I'm going to just start complaining about everything. Jose Urquidy got the start tonight. He went 5 innings. He gave up 2 runs. Only one of them earned, which has really been a theme this whole postseason, or especially this series. 1 walk, 4 strikeouts. He does not qualify for a DeGrom, which I laid out what that was last night, but he still had a pretty good night. There was nothing wrong with this. I think we might have pulled him a little too quickly. I mean, I would have been fine letting him go through that 6th, but we brought in Paredes, and to be honest, the way Paredes has been this postseason, I don't blame Dusty for the first sign of trouble bringing in Paredes. That's kind of what Kevin Cash has done all series, of the second his starter starts to falter, say, you're out, bring in the bullpen. So I don't necessarily blame Dusty Baker for that move of bringing in Paredes when he showed maybe a little bit of roughness. Paredes just absolutely collapsed, though. He finished his line with 1/3 of an inning pitched, 2 hits, 3 runs. All of them earned. No walks, no strikeouts. Rough. He also had 2 hit by pitches, which is just rough night for Paredes. Brooks Raley came in. He finished out the 6th. He had 2/3 of an inning, a walk, and a strikeout. No hits, I believe. Can you tell I'm a little disappointed? Somehow, some way, I don't know why, but Josh James came in, and he was fantastic. 2 perfect innings, 3 strikeouts. Josh James looked really good tonight, which is really weird. Josh James looked great tonight, and again, I believe in telling people, hey, you did a good job when they do, and Josh James tonight had a very good night. He came in to face a Rays team that had just finished a hot inning and just shut him down for 2 innings. He did all we could have asked for. Then Blake Taylor came in. He went an inning, gave up a hit, no walks, and a strikeout. And that's it for the pitching. I'm going to complain for the pitching for a second here. I wrote down the past 3 nights for our starting pitchers. In Game 1, I'm going to kind of divert my attention a little bit to read these statistics for you. In Game 1, Framber Valdez went 6 innings, 2 earned runs, 8 strikeouts, 4 walks. He took the loss. In Game 2, Lance McCullers went 7 innings of 1 earned run baseball with 11 strikeouts, no walks. He took the loss. And tonight, Jose Urquidy went 5 innings of 1 earned run baseball with 4 strikeouts and 1 walk, and he took the loss. Boy, that's kind of pathetic. We have scored 5 runs all series, and that's a rough statement to say. I don't know what to say. Now, for the offense, Altuve hit a home run in the 1st, which held for a while, and then the 6th, the dam broke open, and then Brantley hit a home run in the bottom of the 6th. The Astros have brought the tying or go-ahead run to the plate in the final inning of all 3 games. We loaded the bases in the 8th, and we brought the tying run in the 9th, and we just couldn't do it. Now, I will say this. Altuve did not swing at that pitch for his strikeout in the 9th. That was not a swing. That was a check. So that bugs me a little bit. Am I saying that if he calls that a ball, we win the game? No, I'm not saying that. But that is a difference. That makes a difference. And I'm not trying to sound like a whiny person, because that's not really how I want to sound. The Rays have, I don't want to say they've outplayed us, but they've capitalized on our mistakes, and they've capitalized when we haven't. They've taken advantages where they have them, and we haven't. And they've played clean defense, which has really been the deciding factor of this series. The Rays' defense this series has been unbelievable. And I honestly want to know what their DRS is for this series alone so far. It's been absurd. The left side of the infield just feels like they have magnets in their gloves. Kevin Kiermaier is making a case for the best defensive player in the league. And then Margot made a great catch yesterday, and tonight Hunter Renfroe, I believe, made 2 really nice catches in right field. Like, the Rays' defense has been phenomenal, and I have to give credit where it's due. Our defense has been... I love Altuve. He is my favorite player. That's very apparent. He's been terrible defensively. He had another error tonight that would end up making or letting runs score for the Rays. The defense has been the deciding factor of this series. That has been the story for this series, and I just can't... I have to talk about that. It's been rough. It's been a rough couple of days for the Astros. Of the 38 teams to go up 3-0 in a best-of-7 series, 37 of them have moved on. The only outlier were the 2004 Boston Red Sox, which would, if the Astros somehow come back, which at this point I'm not going to hold my breath, we would join some very, very good company. The 2004 Red Sox were a very interesting team. Now, maybe I'm not as angry or upset, because I honestly never got mad during the game. I just got a little sad. Maybe it's because of how highly I view the Rays. That certainly could be it. Because I sort of see the rankings of the last 4 teams, and I saw this especially also in the Final 8, where I felt like there was, in the 8, there was the 7 teams, and then there was just like a mile, and then the Rays. They are far and away the best team left, and I really feel like they are probably going to win the World Series this year. I don't like saying this. It makes me very sad to say this, because God, how I wanted to. God, how we needed it. We could have shut up so many people. But I will say this for the Astros this season. If you would have told me that we would have made it to the ALCS without Verlander, without Cole, with Yuli being a non-factor, without Yordan, without any of the bullpen, no Joe Smith, no Will Harris, which people kind of have forgotten about Will Harris all of a sudden, like since last year. He was a massive reliever in our bullpen last year, and we lost him. No Roberto Osuna, and Presley seemingly fell off a cliff. I'd be kind of shocked. Like, we lost a lot of key pieces, and we still did pretty well this year. We've made it deep into the playoffs. We mopped the floor with Minnesota, and we wiped our faces on the A's. So running into this unstoppable force in the Rays, like, maybe it just isn't affecting me the way it is, because I was kind of unsure that we'd make it out of the wild card series. Like, maybe that's why I'm not gut-wrenchingly sad. Like, I'm sad, do not get me wrong. It is hard to watch. Tonight especially, with all just... We had it, and then... We had it until we decided to commit errors. But maybe it's just because I view the Rays very highly that I just am not... God, I feel like a terrible fan saying this. I'm not shocked that the Rays are winning this series, especially the way they are. But boy... I mean, I said it going into tonight that it was a must-win game. Tomorrow was quite literally a must-win game. And if not, the Astros end the season. This is not how I expected the ALCS to go. And I said this going into it in my preview video. I said that I thought it was going to go to 7 regardless of who won. And that's aged about as well as spoiled milk. I mean, it feels like it would take divine intervention to get it to a Game 7 at this point. And I hate just taking pot shots at the Astros in this video, and that's not what I meant it to be. But, gosh. After the offensive outburst we had in the ALDS, 5 runs through the first 3 games has just been painful. And our starters have given us every opportunity to win, and we just haven't done it. I might forever be mad at what we did to Lance yesterday. I may never get over that. So yeah, that's really all I have to say. I just kind of went off venting. Venting is good, so I encourage all of you to vent in the comments, and I will try my very hardest to respond to every single one of you, because this was a rough day. Thank you so very much for watching. I hope you have an absolutely fantastic day. I will talk to you tomorrow, and go Stros.